this is gold on a 1 minute chart, okay? And I want to show you that it's actually quite easy when you see this pattern that we see right now on a 1 minute chart to trade back up, scalp trade, okay, just up to these equal highs, right? We've gone down to a key high time frame support zone and reversed. These up candles are the key. Once we are above there, movement down into these up candles should hold, okay? And so that on a small 1 minute chart is a great way to enter, okay? We have these gaps here. So I would wait. I wouldn't wait, but I would enter now. But that gap should hold, okay? And so your stops still need to be managed, but I'm going to take a 10 lot now, okay, into this gap, and I'm targeting this high here. So I'm now in this trade, okay? Now, if we look at the potentials, all I'm looking for is a quick 50 pips, okay, on a 10 lot on this 1 minute chart. So my exit's going to be when we get above these highs, okay? This down here is, what is this? This is a 4 hourly rejection block. That's what that is on a 4 hour chart, okay? So let's look at what that is. That's this 4 hour rejection block. This time here is the Asia session this morning, okay? The time here is about a few minutes to 9:30. That is the second half of the second hour, which is a key time for Asia, 9:30 p.m. So from a time and price perspective, everything is in alignment here, okay? So this is a live trade based on what I see here on the charts on 1 minute. All I'm going to show is that if you understand price action, then you can very easily be in and out of the market, okay? You still need to manage risk, and you still need capital, and you still need a trading plan, and you need to understand the higher time frame support and resistance levels, okay? But this is a scalp trade. I'm not concerned about holding this trade all the way to wherever I think the market's going, right? So the price right now is around this 23.60, and I think this will go all the way up to 2400, okay? So I'm not going to have a 10 lot on and wait for that bigger objective to be met, okay? Because there will always be stop runs in the next session. So there may be in London, for example, this could move up, and if I held it, London may come back down and stop out Asia lows. So you want to be in and out quick on these trades, and you want to understand the higher time frame key support levels, okay? These here are clear equal highs. Let's see if we can mark them, okay? Let's mark it up there, okay? Very clear equal highs where the algorithm should be running, okay, and reaching for. That should be the draw on the liquidity, okay? So this move down is demanipulation early on, and look at the time, start of the new hour. We go down back into the 4 hourly rejection block that was created the day, well, not the day before, but in a previous session, okay? Because this Asia is the overnight session on the same day. So this is Thursday Asia session, and this 4 hourly rejection block was created after the New York session, again on Thursday. I consider Asia the start of the day, so I consider Asia to be the next day, okay? But that's just me. But it is the same day as where New York has traded, which was during the day from that 7 a.m. okay, to 11 a.m. okay? So the whole premise of this trade is that at the new hour, so I'm bullish, I have a bullish bias, and that bullish bias was set on a high time frame, okay, where we've come in during the New York, was after New York, okay, but during the yesterday PM session, we've come into a rejection block. Okay, and I've already spoken about what this is on my previous videos, so have a look at the previous videos if you are not clear on what a rejection block is. So we've come into this level, and I'm now bullish. Not saying we're going to have a complete reversal, we may, but I am bullish today, okay, until proven wrong. So that's kind of the premise of the bias. And Asia, early on, if you look at the 1 minute time frame, at 9 a.m., right, at the new hour, okay, Asia starts at 8 p.m., so the second hour is 9 p.m., and at that point, we get this manipulation down into that support zone, okay? And then we completely reject that and start moving up. This here, what we can see is a market maker buy program, okay? Where we have some consolidation above, okay? We've gone down, tapped into a higher time frame support zone, okay? ICT calls that PDRA, okay? Premium discount array. So that's discount pricing, okay? We've come down into a discount price and completely reversed. Now, you can also, I mean, if you're advanced enough and you understand price action, we can be a buyer down here when we get down into that support zone. Okay, sometimes I do that. But in this case, I wanted to make it easy for you and show you the safe entry, where you have these up candles, okay, are the last two up candles before this move down into this key support zone. Once we go back above and tap down into there, look at the body candles, they're respecting these two up candles. That's essentially our trigger or entry. Or you can wait for this fair value gap. There's usually a fair value gap on both sides, okay? And so if I drew a box around this fair value gap, okay, that has been hit. That's where I entered on this trade, okay, live for you as it was coming down, right? I mentioned to you that I'm going to be entering, okay? And that is all we need, just from there to there. And I checked the range with you, right? There's that 50 pips, so we'll go through this, okay? And we'll take the trade off, okay? So that's the premise of the entry. That's the pattern you want to see. Take a picture of this, right? That's what you want to see. You want to see that exact pattern that I've drawn there, okay? And you really don't want to see body closures below the low of that candle, okay? You don't want to see that. If this continues to go down, then you want to close. So it's very tight. You know, you don't want to see candle closures on this 1 minute chart below there, okay? So that's important to note. Very, very important, okay? So what time is it now? It's almost 9:30, okay? So I'm going to close this trade out and I'm going to journal it, and then you can see the results. So take a picture of this. That's what you want to see. Remember, you've got to understand your higher time frame objectives of where you're expecting this to turn around from. But even if you don't know where it's going to turn around from, you just need to wait for the right entry right there. Okay? So hope this was useful. I will now talk with you in a future video. Look for this trade journal entry. Okay? Just watching this to take this off. I think that's enough. We'll take it off here and then I'll journal it. I'll talk with you now in a future video.